Hello, YouTube modeling community. That's right. It's the Fat Man from Alabama back again. This is part two of some Pro Street stuff. Uh, just trying to give guys a little bit of help, share what little bit of knowledge I have with this stuff. So, here in part two, not step two, part two, what we're going to do is show a little chassis comparison. Bear with me, I am missing one. We're going to rate it out of this kit. I think I can. What we have in front of you see sitting here is the unpainted chassis is the Revel 67 Chevelle Pro Street chassis. I don't have a complete kit of that car, so we just got to go with what we got. We got parts to it though, lots. Alright, that's the Revel chassis. It's designed, it's a loose representation of an Art Morrison style. Back half ties in with the original frame here and here. Uses a 9-inch forward housing, ladder bar coilover setup with wheelie bars, and has what they call a wishbone, which is the track locator. Anyway, the wishbone goes in like that right there. It pivots here and slides. It's a slider pin, but it keeps the rear end from shifting left to right as they go down. So that's that one. I've used that same back half on this chassis, which is for a 68-69 Dodge Dart from Revel. It's the Revel Dart from the bumper brackets back to here. I did add in some frame connectors. Everything else back here is from the Chevelle kit. I didn't even have to cut the back. All this fit properly. Once you take the 9-inch ladder bar coilover setup, falls right in. And it works great, and I can put a pretty good sized tire underneath it. Next, this chassis is for the Revel 69 Nova chassis from the bumper brackets to here. I shortcut it. I didn't put in frame ties. Sorry, fellas. But there's the Nova. Here's the Nova chassis, and the Chevelle ties in at here to the back. I did have to cut the back off a little bit there, but again, the 9-inch goes in place. The big Firestones that come in the Revel Chevelle fit this. I'm not sure, but I believe the Mickey Thompsons will too. Here, you can get a general idea where I tied it in. It's glued through here. They're tied in right here, glued and notched to where I can still retain the rocker pinch weld from the Nova. The Dodge Dart chassis is done the same way. Next, this is the AMT Pro Street 67 Chevelle chassis. Few similarities with the Revel, not many. Alright, I hear people calling this a 4-link. They're close. It's actually more of a 4-bar style, rear suspension style. But model car works great, uses coilovers and got the wheelie bars, stuff like that. Mounts here. These are your two upper arms. They're molded in. Works good. These, you can whittle on these to adjust the rear ride height. Just remember, when you cut this down, you'll have to cut these mount points down too. Move the rear end a little deeper into the chassis, which would raise the tire, get the back of the car down a little bit. But a good chassis nonetheless. I've got several of these, and I plan on using them on several other projects. I enjoy the Pro Street cars. I grew up when they started getting hot, when it became the in thing to do, to the point the cars got ridiculous where they were all fat, tired, looking cool, and they wind up with a extremely expensive paint job and then a two-port injected small block Chevrolet in it with air conditioning, power windows, and all the creature comforts, and it went from hot rod to street rod real quick. If you like that kind of stuff, great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a different version than I care for. I want the more meat and potatoes, ground pounding, you know, rev it up and set off car alarm type deal. This is something I spent a lot of time involved in through the 90s. Enjoyed every minute of it. Was involved in building some real cars. Had a blast. Learned some stuff. It transferred into some of my model car building back in that era. I really wished I had those cars I built back then. They were they're junk, but they held their own back in the day. That being said, I'm still building in that genre-ish. Again, more curbside stuff. My entry that I'm going to build for the Pro Street group build will be a Mopar. I've made that decision. I've got the kit picked out. I got to throw some parts at it here today, tomorrow, and I'll be doing my entry video, probably posted up Sunday. So this is part 2 to the earlier Pro Street video. And we'll touch more and more on the subject as I build my entry. We'll see what happens. So remember, folks, live, love, and laugh. Build for you, not for the public. Enjoy yourself. And for whatever you do, don't get pressured into doing something you don't want to do on a model car. It's your car. It's your money you spent to buy the parts, the kit. Do your thing. Take care. Happy modeling, fellas. See you again soon here at the garage. Bye.